Not here. The Barbarian has just completed a successful Agent Tour as a world champion, and he's not here.
Now here's the Southern Heavyweight Champion.
I came a long ways to defend the Southern Heavyweight title, and I don't care if the Barbarian's here. You get somebody for the Barbarian.
Listen, Wahoo, you and I are good friends, right?
Jones, we used to be good friends. Don't put me on that plateau with you anymore.
Welcome, wrestling fans. My name is Willie J, and this is the glory days of pro wrestling. Join me to the era that I enjoyed best about professional wrestling, which is the 70s and the early 80s. Join me for the next 30 minutes as I present some of the greatest names in wrestling. Pro wrestling enthralled me as a young child growing up in the 70s and the early 80s. Such wrestling greats as Johnny Valentine, Wahoo McDaniel, Paul Jones, Bobo Brazil, they were my heroes growing up. This is a montage or a salute to some of those great wrestlers of that era. I'm not going to stay in one region. I'm going to span across different regions and different continents. I present the very best in the glory days of pro wrestling. Join me in this next 30 minutes and for successive volumes as I present only the greatest. Now, buckle your seatbelts, sit back, and enjoy the glory days of pro wrestling.
The Southern Heavyweight Champion, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, the challenger, Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson issued the challenge right here, and Wahoo McDaniel accepted. It is for the title, and Wahoo for those big chops. Arn Anderson goes to the floor.
Oh, what a chop. Goes down, chops him in the head, rolls over for the pin.
There's Ole Anderson. David, the hand was coming down with a 3 count, and Ole Anderson came in.
Now Ole's out there with Wahoo.
Now both of them beating on Wahoo at ringside.
Both of them have Wahoo down.
Daniel. Arn Anderson is here. Arn Anderson, David, he has that Southern Heavyweight belt in his hand. Arn Anderson has the Southern Heavyweight belt in his hand.
Oh, Magnum caught him from behind with a forearm. He goes after Ole. Wahoo, Magnum, TA, take the Anderson. Catch Ole.
He was going to steal another belt, David, but Magnum didn't give him a chance.
right there from the House of Humperdinck, the Canadian Lumberjack, the TV champ. Big, tough, rough, the Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc. What a match this is going to be. And his opponent across the ring, none other than Rick Steamboat. And boy, the crowd already with that chant, Steamboat, Steamboat, Steamboat. LeDuc goes right out of the ring. Humperdinck is really upset, who certainly has a great potential ahead of him. Rick Steamboat, the Hawaiian, as LeDuc was going to take his head off of that right. Steamboat ducks right under it, out of the corner with a hip toss drop kick. Well, when he gets to his feet, another drop kick, and again, LeDuc's going to go out of the ring. Championship wrestling. LeDuc had the headlock. Boy, he came with a big, hard, big right fist. Steamboat down on one knee and off of the rope. Boy, he wound up again with that right and almost cut him a flip. Stood him on his head as he got the full force of that right hand. And LeDuc quickly on the attack. Measures him again for the big right hand. As big and strong as this guy is, he can throw a powerful punch. He can turn your lights out any number of ways, can Joe LeDuc. Who haven't scored a seven in the lead one round. Goes down again as LeDuc comes up on the rope. That time picks him up. Hard power slam now by Steamboat. And Steamboat also would like to meet Greg Valentine. There's one man still very much another tremendous power slam hot on the trail now of LeDuc. And of course that's Jimmy Valentine. The boogeyman, the wild man, the backbreaker. Steamboat has him covered, only a count of two, and LeDuc just throws him halfway across the ring. Against one of the members of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Gene Anderson. There is Steamboat up riding his back. Out of the corner, had him rolled up, only a count of one, and Steamboat flew into the ropes. LeDuc slammed him into the corner, and Steamboat is really hurt. He went full force right into one of the turnbuckles. Mike Rotundo against Gene Anderson. That matchup next. Then you're going to see the World Tag Team Champions, Sergeant Slaughter and Don Kernodle. Hard chop from Steamboat as LeDuc came into the corner after him. And Steamboat now is backing him up. Up again for the slam, and he couldn't hold him. Two, almost for the count of three. Hard out of the turnbuckle. LeDuc will just measure you for that right hand. Some idea of the tremendous strength of this big Canadian. Steamboat just sweeps that leg out from under him. Came with a chop. Again, a great shot. And here's LeDuc coming back with one. Steamboat back almost into the corner, and LeDuc with a hard shot, and out he comes, and down goes LeDuc. Only a count of one. LeDuc diving in after Steamboat. He wants him right now any way he can get him. Steamboat could be in bad trouble right here. Draped across the rope. And Humperdinck right behind him, outside of the ring. And Steamboat went to the eyes. Pouring at the eyes of LeDuc, who came after him on the rope. Across the ring, hard now to the turnbuckle. Again now to the turnbuckle. Again across the ring, and right now Steamboat has got it going his way. He was going to bulldog him, and LeDuc slams him into the turnbuckle. Off and down. And a count of two. He almost had LeDuc for the three. Steamboat now trying to turn him over, and LeDuc fighting it. swinging. Here comes Dory Funk Jr. and gets Steamboat from behind. As Funk comes charging into the ring, he's got Steamboat. Referee Steve Schwartz has ring the bell, and Funk now holding Steamboat for LeDuc. And LeDuc landing those tremendous right hands. Here comes the Youngblood, and Dory Funk goes over to meet Youngblood as he starts in the ring. Humperdinck being held by the referee as LeDuc continues to pound away now at Steamboat. Here's Youngblood. There goes LeDuc out of the ring, and now Funk is caught there. And he goes down as Steamboat and Youngblood both are after Dory Funk. And Funk finally goes out of the ring.
The referee, the Junkyard Dog over in that far corner, nobody could have handled it down. Michael Hayes calling for the count. And the count is on, and it has to be all over. It's a count of 5, and it gets on. 6. No! Dibiase rolling back into that ring. Dibiase. What a magnificent courage. He's got to be acting on instinct alone. And it's Brody bringing him up another pile driver. And Dibiase, well, this is all. No, he came out again. Dibiase. I have never seen anything like this before in my entire lifetime. This man has taken 2 pile drivers, one on the concrete, one in the ring, and a third pile driver. And Dibiase has to be out. And there's a very confident Michael Hayes, too. And again, he powered out. Dibiase powered out. Another. What great courage. What fantastic second effort. Dibiase. There is no way any human being can take the kind of punch. He's unbelievable. He is absolutely unbelievable. Terry Gordy, Michael Hayes, Buddy Roberts, all 3 studies in frustration, but I'm a study of absolute amazement. Wait a minute. Tommy Rich just threw in the towel. There was no way the Junkyard Dog, who was kept crying for Dibiase to tag up, there's no way he could have known about that one in the concrete. But Rick must have seen it on the monitor. But Rick is in there exploding. And it is Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts leaving the ring. But Tommy Rich has thrown in the towel before we could have possibly seen an end to wrestling career. But it is, and they're down there administering now to Ted Dibiase. Let me, wait a minute. Wait, well, no, he's hemorrhaging. Don't move him. Don't move him. Do not move him, please. Don't move the man. Let's call an ambulance. Please. Don't move him. Do not move him. Leave him absolutely still. Somebody call an ambulance right away. We'll be back. We'll be back in just a moment, please.
To go. Now, for a couple of decades now, the name Ric Flair has been synonymous with professional wrestling. Here he is, the nature boy himself of the WCW, Ric Flair. Look how nice you look, Rick. You know, you always were and always have been the best dressed of all the wrestlers.
Thank you.
Really?
Styling and profiling.
Yes, styling and profiling, right. And beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair.
Pretty complexion. Look good.
And the Nature Boy name, I'm sorry, where does that come from, Rick?
Oh, I got it in 1976. Actually, I was in an airplane crash. And look as though my career might be over. And I took the opportunity to study one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, a guy named Buddy Rogers, who was the original Nature Boy.
That's right.
In lieu of him being absent at the time, I jumped on the nail and ran with it.
Became yours.
Yes.
Now, you're originally from Minnesota,
Yes.
right? They got a new governor up there, Jesse Ventura.
Yes.
You live in North Carolina now.
Yes.
Any political aspirations?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
Really?
Like what?
Well, unofficially, I'm going to run for governor myself in North Carolina.
Are you really? Has this been an
official.
Oh, I see the other thing.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So this means you're really thinking about it seriously, huh?
Yeah. I have for a long time. Actually, I've been asked to run for office a lot over the last 10 years, but wasn't sure what ticket to run on. My wife tells me it'll be the pro skeleton ticket, but...
But Jesse is like an inspiration for you, then.
Yeah, I think that Jesse proved that anything can happen. He's a very charismatic guy, and I think that the political scene right now is open to a lot of opportunity.
But you've been wrestling a long time, haven't you?
27 years.
27 years, and you've made a good living at it?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Well, they must be putting something in the water in Minneapolis.
Well, who's been the toughest guy you ever wrestled?
Oh, boy, I get asked that a lot. I would say the toughest guy I ever wrestled was a fellow by the name of Harley Race.
Oh, Harley Race.
Kansas City, yeah. He was a legend. He was a world champion many times over, and day in and day out, probably the toughest guy I ever wrestled. Yeah.
Santa Fe, New Mexico, Bruiser Brody. All right, the band of the land is here, Bruiser Brody. Apparently, Slater has bought the contract of the Warlock. But that leaves Nick Dusek, one of the lowest forms of life around here. There's the boot! Bruiser Brody all over Dick Slater. Slater fighting back. These two got in each other's face a couple of weeks ago on TV, Zach.
And they're both very powerful men, indeed.
Let's not forget now, Nick Dusek at ringside, the guy that gave up his American citizenship to become a citizen of the Union of Soviet Socialistic Republics, a turncoat dog, if I ever saw one in my whole life. Slater looks like he's trying to set in the neck breaker. There's the big gorilla slam. The baddest man in wrestling strikes. Bruiser Brody slamming his man to the mat again. Hang on. Oh! Brody tried for that big knee. That's been his trademark. Wait a minute. This is what I was afraid of. Nick Dusek.
Both of them.
And Dick Slater. They just football tackled Bruiser Brody outside of the ring. Now Brody is down. Hang on. Gentleman, Chris Adams has come down to ringside. We've got some kind of confusion going on here. In the ring, we've got Dick Slater and Nick Dusek. On the floor, got gentleman Chris Adams and Bruiser Brody.
Working his way out of the corner now. There he goes with a
modified super kick off the Busek's eyes, roll back in his hand.
Fantastic move by the gentleman Chris Adams. Slater coming in with that elbow. Off the back of the head.
To break it up.
Yeah.
Now,
there we go.
Brody and Chris Adams. Brody is not the legal man in the ring at
Slater
this
grabbing the
particular
referee.
point. Wait a minute. Slater's just up the referee.
Oh, Lord. It seems that the match is a little bit out of control.
We've got all four men going to the ring. Ooh! Dusek caught the boot from behind. Now, Brody and Slater fighting on the floor.
Pulling Busick back into the ring now. Trying to work him in there. Right over the top rope.
Brody driving Dick Slater shoulder first. Those big hands slamming down on the head of Dick Slater. Chris Adams has got Nick Dusek. Pitched him over the top rope. Who knows what the referee's going to do when he gets his wits back together.
Bruiser Brody carrying Slater away from ringside.
Battling in the far part into the chairs here at ringside. I don't know what to tell you, fans. This match wasn't scheduled to go on. It's gone on, and I believe that we haven't seen the last of Bruiser Brody. And gentlemen, Chris Adams. Brody's
got a chair.
It's bad, you know.
レア対グレッグ・バレンタインの対決は NWA 世界ヘビー級のタイトル、そして US ヘビー級のタイトルのダブルタイトルマッチの予定になっておりましたが、リック・フレアが世界タイトルを失ったために今夜は US ヘビー級のタイトルマッチになりました。そしてアメリカのプロレスファンの愛読書、スポーツレビューレスリングにはこの両選手が顔面を血で染めた両雄の非常にショッキングな顔が表紙を飾っておりまして、大いにセンセーショナルな話題を呼んでおります。そういう因縁の対決、リック・フレア対グレッグ・バレンタインの試合ですけれども、先ほどティム・グラハムが紹介がありましたように、この前 NWA 世界ヘビー級チャンピオンのリック・フレアは6月の10日セントルイスのキールオーデトリアムでハーリーレースに敗れまして1年9ヶ月守りました王座を分け渡しました。世界の NWA 世界ヘビー級の王座から落ちたわけであります。さあ勝負が
We had a new U.S. heavyweight champion. Here he is, and look how he is decked out with a girl on each arm and a championship belt, Greg Valentine.
I'll tell you what, Bob Connell, you may ask what I'm doing dressed like this and my two young lovely ladies here, but I'm celebrating, you understand? I'm celebrating because just what you said, I am now the proud owner of this coveted gold belt. I want to say one thing else. This belt still smells like Ric Flair, still got his name across the front, so I'm going to have a belt made for me by the NWA. It's going to be presented to me. It's not even going to be the same color, you understand, but it's going to represent the same thing. The most prestigious belt in all the land, the United States Championship. I want to say one thing else. I haven't got too much time to stay around here because my ladies and I are going to go out for a nice candlelight dinner, you understand, and champagne. We are celebrating, you know that? And then tomorrow we are heading down to the beach. I got my 36-foot Chris Craft Scorpion. I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time. I'm not worried about challengers right now. I'm not accepting any challengers because I'm just going to enjoy what this brings me, and that's lots of money, the fringe benefits here.
What happened to you? I was going to say, your face looks like it's been in an egg.
Hey, my girls don't care about, hey, listen, they know I'm the greatest. They know that Ric Flair is no longer the #1 dude around here. You know, I had to stay in the back seat long enough, but now I'm in the driver's seat. I've got all the controls, you understand? I'm not worried about this little scar here. You know, Ric Flair is such a dirty wrestler, he tried to tear my eye out. You know something? It's going to be a long time before Ric Flair does that again because I'm not going to give him a match, you understand?
Here I'm sure is another opinion.
Out here interrupting
Here is Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Interview time,
I hear the old times. Right or wrong, huh?
You are going to sit here and tell the whole world that Valentine the greatest?
No, don't insult me.
No, I'm not insulting. They're very lovely. Valentine, I give you credit. I threw her number away last year. You are going to sit here and tell the public Valentine the greatest? Bob Connell, I want to show you something, Major. I don't want to disturb anybody.
Well, I tell you, Flair slugged Valentine into the ring. David, he's tearing that tuxedo right off of him.
I think he's giving him his opinion of what he thinks of Greg Valentine.
He's ripped the coat off.
He's going to rip the pants. He is. He's going to take him down to the bare skin. He's taking him down. All right.
He's just about got him completely undressed in the ring. Ripping his shirt off.
いつものようにですね、ハーリーレースの自分の間の置いたレスリングというのを見られなくてですね、次から次とハーリーレースの攻撃をかけていたんですよ。まあハーリーレースの試合者珍しいんですけどね、それでコーナーに追い詰めてはですね、左右フックのですね、連打なんですよ。連打っていう感じでですね、それでまた2を落としてスープをしていて、起きてくるところですね、またコーナーに詰めて、まあ、右左のフックを何回も人に攻めましてね、まあ、途中でハリーレースのヘッドバットがですね、当たってフレアが出血したわけですよ。その頭めがけてこの右左のフックですね、まあ、連打の世界チャンピオンに返り咲き NWA のですね、 そういうことになったんですけど、まさに素晴らしい試合でしたですね。
そうですか。まさにこの前人未到の大記録を打ち立てたこのハーリーレース、ミスタープロレスにふさわしい大快挙をやってのけました。そして敗れましたリック・フレアですけれども、このリック・フレアは6月の8日蔵前国技館で日本のジャンボ鶴田の挑戦を受けまして、ジャンボ鶴田に1対0で敗れているわけですけれども、その2日後の6月10日にハーリーレースに敗れて王座から滑り落ちたわけですね。そうですね。そういうようなビッグニュースがアメリカに伝わっております。控え室でも佐藤明夫選手、このリック・フレアが控え室に来ましたところ、雰囲気的にちょっと変わった感じがしましたね。
そうですね、やっぱり自分ではですね、試合、そのタイトルを取られた後にですね、話しましたら、まあ、俺は若いんだからってことは言ってましたですけどね、
なるほど。
やはり世界チャンピオンから滑り落ちるっていうのは、親父のですね、ジャニー・バレンタインがですね、デビューしたての頃はですね、決してお金の儲かる、それから大きなテアトルにはね、決して送ってくれなかったって言うんですよ。大変にこうタフなですね、旅の辛いところばっかり送ってくれたなんて言ったことあったんですよ。
そうですか。
結局親父としてはやっぱり苦労させた方が後々楽になるってことじゃないですかね。
なるほどね。そのジョニー・バレンタインの息子でありますグレッグ・バレンタイン、どうやら替えのあたりが散々リック・フレアの猛攻撃にあっておりますので切れたようです。さあ試合はかなり両選手エキサイトしてまいりました。 US ヘビー級のチャンピオンがグレッグ・バレンタイン、チャレンジャーが前世界チャンピオンのリック・フレア。さあ得意のブレンバスター攻撃、リングの中央いいポジションを取った。そのまま真っ逆さまに落としました。さあチャレンジャーリック・フレア US ヘビー級のベルトを取ることができるか。さあ地元人気大歓声が沸き起こって、ここで得意の足4の字固めいった。チャレンジャーのリック・フレア足4の字固めに行きました。チャンピオンのグレッグ・バレンタイン苦しんでいます。グレッグ・バレンタインがサードロープににじり寄ってなんとかそれほどの因縁の絡みのあります両選手の対決であります。まさにこの両者の対決はゴールデンカード、センセーショナルな話題を呼んでいます。さあリック・フレアとグレッグ・バレンタインが近い距離から両選手殴り合いが始まりました。チャンピオンのグレッグがエルボーで返します。サイドのヘッドロックをつかみました。サイドのヘッドロック、そしてもう一回バックドロップ、豪快バックドロップ、その反動でレフリーのサニー・ファーゴがぶっ倒れました。さあリック・フレアバックドロップを取って、さあ今カバーの体勢に行くが、サニー・ファーゴ今起き上がったがカウントがちょっと遅い。チャレンジャーのリック・フレアがいい動きです。グレッグ・バレンタインも今生き返りました。さあリングの中央、そのままフライングボディアタック、リック・フレアベルトを奪うか。カウント2、カウント2、チャンピオンのグレッグ・バレンタインが抑えられています。しかし後ろからの攻撃、前を向かせて今度は思い切ってエルボーバットを打ち続ける。そして顔面を持って思い切って拳打ち、全くこれは反則です。全くこれは反則です。サニー・ファーゴレフリーもやっと気がつきました。そしてリングの外にリック・フレアを連れ戻そうというところ、連れて行きました。青い鉄柱があります。放送席の目前、さあ思い切って反動をつけてリック・フレアの足を殺しに行きます。 US ヘビー級チャンピオンのグレッグ・バレンタイン、だんだんラフな戦法を出してまいりました。やはりタイトルを守るためにはこのラフな戦法もやむを得ませんか。そして再び足を痛めつけましたので、ここでリングの中央に持っていきました。面白い技を見せましたね、佐藤明夫選手。
これでですね、昔
ワフー
マクダニエルに、ね、足を折ったことあるんですよ。
そうですか、強烈です。スピニングトーホールドから1回転して自らの体勢で相手の膝を完全に砕こうというところとするチャンピオンのグレッグ・バレンタインです。もう必要に足を殺しに行きます。ここで足4の字です。足4の字に入りました。リック・フレアの得意技お株を奪いましたグレッグ・バレンタイン。今度は反対にグレッグの攻撃に出ました。グレッグが攻撃に出ました。さすがに強いですね。今年の2月にセントルイスのチェッカードームで当時チャンピオンのケリーソン・エリックのミズリーというヘビーに挑戦した時にももうチャンピオン以上です。さあチャンピオンのグレッグ・バレンタインが自らのチャンピオンベルトを持ちまして、チャレンジャーのリック・フレアの今度は顔面に思い切って革のベルト、そして黄金のチャンピオンベルトで打ちつけます。さあ両選手の試合、激しい試合になってまいりました。激しい試合になってまいりました。まだチャレンジャーのリック・フレアブロンドは気に染まっておりません。さあチャレンジャーのリック・フレア、おっとチャンピオンベルトを持って顔面に打ちつける。すごい試合だ。顔面に打ちつけます。さあチャンピオンベルトで ャンピオングレッグ・バレンタインの死体を思い切ってめった打ち、サニー・ファーゴレフェリーにも今暴力を振るいました。チャレンジャーのリック・フレア、やはり NWA 世界ヘビー級のチャンピオンの座から落ちたばかり、起死回生のこの再起第一戦のサバンナの対決でベルトをどうしても欲しいリック・フレア、さらに殴りつけます、ベルトで殴りつけます。そしてサニー・ファーゴレフェリーにも今膝を打ち立てました。これはいけません。ちょっと血迷いましたリック・フレアであります。さあどういうような判定に出ますか。まだゴングは打ち鳴らされておりませんが、どうでしょうか。ゴングは鳴りましたか、佐藤さん。
ゴングは鳴っていますね。
サニー・ファーゴレフェリーはどうやらゴングを要請したようです。
It's bad, you know.
Now, unfortunately, our top news is that Road Warrior Animal, one half of Legion of Doom, has passed away today. Now, unfortunately, we're saddened to learn the passing of Joe Laurinaitis, aka Road Warrior Animal. Joe Laurinaitis' brother Marcus posted the news via Facebook, and according to a report from TMZ Sports, law enforcement tells us the wrestling legend, who was one half of the famous Road Warriors tag team, passed away at Tantare Resort in Osage Beach, Missouri. We're told cops received a call around 11:49 p.m. from Laurinaitis' wife, but when deputies arrived on the scene, emergency personnel had already declared the ex-wrestler deceased. Joseph Laurinaitis was only 60 at the time of his passing. Of course, if you've been watching wrestling for a long time, Joe Laurinaitis teamed with Michael Hegstrom to form the Road Warriors, arguably the greatest wrestling team of the last 4 decades, and often listed as the greatest tag team of all time. Working as Animal and Hawk respectively, the team began their career in Georgia Championship Wrestling, where their dominant matches, muscular physiques, and unusual attire quickly made them the talk of the wrestling world. Ironically, the Road Warriors team was hastily thrown together as Bookie Ole Anderson needed a new team after one of his wrestlers was involved in a legal battle that sidelined him. It didn't take Animal and Hawk long to find superstardom, and with manager Paul Ellering guiding their careers both on-screen and behind the scenes, the Road Warriors commanded top dollar wherever they competed. The Road Warriors competed in AWA, Jim Crockett Promotions, WCW, and the WWF, as well as making millions during tours of Japan. The team won major championships wherever they worked and became the first team to win the AWA, NWA, and WWF Tag Team Championships. Although the team's success began to slow down, Animal and Hawk continued working together until Hawk's unfortunate passing in 2003. Animal continued wrestling, teaming with Heidenreich to win the WWE Tag Team Championships in 2005. Animal also teamed with Sasaki to form the Hell Warriors in All Japan Pro Wrestling in 2007. The Road Warriors were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2011. In 2011, Animal released his memoir, The Road Warriors, Danger, Death, and the Rush of Wrestling, and retired from the ring in 2014.
にありますね。何しろブリスコの場合ね、ジュニアにタイトルをジュニアから取ったわけじゃないんで、心理的にね、圧迫感を覚えてると思うんですよ。
回のゴングが鳴りました。 NWA 認定の世界ヘビー級タイトルマッチ。チャンピオンはご存知のジャック・ブリスコ、身長が188センチ、107キロ。挑戦者が元 NWA 世界ヘビー級チャンピオン、190センチ、105キロ、ドリー・ファンク・ジュニアであります。水色のトランクスをつけましたのがチャンピオンのジャック・ブリスコ。一方の濃紺のトランクスをつけたのが今夜は挑戦者側に回っておりますドリー・ファンク・ジュニアでございます。さて山田さん、このジャック・ブリスコがですね来日を果たしまして
3ヶ月という長きにわたって王座を保持した強豪中の強豪、もちろんストロングスタイル、そしてこのジャック・ブリスコ、そうなんです、非常にこれもね、好勝負でして、もうお互いに全く五分と五分、もうタイムアップ寸前までの大激戦というふうに。かと言いますと山田さん、チャンピオンのジャック・ブリスコは防御を主体としたチャンピオンということを言われておりますけれども、日本にやってきてからのこのシリーズではかなり積極的に攻めているところも見られてますね。変わってきてますよ。バス場の真ん中で試合が行われております。
序盤戦はゆっくりした出足であります。ジャック・ブリスコビ対戦をして、ドリー・ファンク・ジュニアが NWA の世界ヘビー級チャンピオンを持っていた頃に、このジャック・ブリスコが盛んに挑戦をしたそうですけれども、どうしても勝つ
勝負ですね、
はい、
しかし勝てなかったと。それほどジュニアという人の実力はですね、大変なものを持ってるわけですね。
なるほど。科学を専攻したインテリのレスラーでありますジャック・ブリスコ。一方腕を取られておりますドリー・ファンク・ジュニアも大学卒のインテリレスラーでありまして、テキサスはウエスタン大学で教育学を専攻しております。ドリー・ファンク・ジュニア、共に頭脳的なプレーヤーと言えましょうね。
そうですね、もうやはりアメリカでもですね、
そうですね、
はい、
ビッグ3のもう一角ハーリー・レースはミズリー教育大学で心理学を専攻しております。さあ両者の動きが速くなりました。腰を取りました。さあどうだ、回転エビ型にいった。あった、カウント2です。ドリー・ファンク・ジュニア、
やはりね、痛みをこらえるっていうことはかなり人間スタミナを失う恐れがあるわけですよ。
はい、
この2人の場合どちらかがですねペースをつかむとしたら、やはり相手のスタミナを奪う以外にないですね。
なるほど。
しかも手というのはですね、両方の手が同じように効いて初めて効果を上げるもんですから。
ショルダーアタックです。ジャンプをしたドリー・ファンク・ジュニア、キャンバスから 1m30cm ぐらい飛び上がりました。速い技です。巻き投げ一閃、ジャック・ブリスコ、うまいですね。
まあ速さと、はい、
今日もこのタイトルマッチを見ようと全日本系の若手のレスラーは全部リングサイドを取り巻いてますね。
そうですね、もう文字通りこの試合が教科書ですからね。
ブリッジに持っていきますドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。しかしジャック・ブリスコの力の方が上回ります。ブルーのトランクス、ジャック・ブリスコ NWA の世界ヘビー級チャンピオン、挑発です。ブリッジでなんとか逃れようとするドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。
今の腕をですねハンマーに決めておいて8回に抑え込むやり方、アマチュアでよく見る技ですがね。
そうですね、
非常にああいうところはブリスコはうまいですね。
足を取りましたドリー・ファンク・ジュニア、やっと手をほどきました。さあ挑戦者のドリー・ファンク・ジュニアの攻めが見られそうです。なんとしても勝ちたい一戦でありますドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。完全にセミのようにチャンピオンのジャック・ブリスコにぴったりと体を預けましたドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。力のありますジャック・ブリスコ、抱え上げてロープに持っていきました。この辺はフェアに分かれますか。ドリー・ファンク・ジュニア、ジャック・ブリスコ、フェアに分かれました、
ちょっと控え室を覗いたんですけれども、非常に入念にトレーニングしてましたね。はい、もう絞り込んでるという感じですね。
そうですね、ヘッドロックに固めました。頭を取られておりますドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。またしてもスタンディングになりました。ボディに一発パンチを見舞いましたドリー・ファンク。離しません。なんとか振りほどこうとする挑戦者ドリー・ファンク。チャンピオンを離しません。両者の背中、ヘッドロックしている方がチャンピオンでありますジャック・ブリスコ。うまくドロップしましたドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。両者の体勢が離れましたけれども間髪を入れずまたしてもヘッドロック、一瞬の隙をついてチャンピオンのジャック・ブリスコ、エルボースタッグであります。どうやら山田さん、勝負の方は長時間にわたるようですね。
まあね、20分を過ぎて全く優劣をつけがたいというところから見ますとね、長くなりそうですね。
そうですね、なんとしてもこの異国日本でタイトルを奪還したいドリー・ファンク・ジュニア。もちろん今回の来日は馬場の持っております PWF のタイトルへの挑戦もありますけれども、それよりもむしろドリー・ファンク・ジュニア本人といたしましては NWA の世界タイトルを取りたいところであります。フロントヘッドロックです。 完全に決まっております。そして首投げに行ったドリーファンク。おっと逆さを抑え込みに行った。カウント2。決まりません。
まあ今なんか一瞬のチャンスをね生かして逆さ抑え込みを狙ったんですけれども、ジュニアのもう非常に反射神経がいいし、まだ力を十分に蓄えてますからね。まあこの2人なら2時間戦って平気でしょう。
はい、両者もスタミナ十分であります。腰投げ、もう一回抑え込みに行くドリーファンク。カウント2。
Pro wrestling fans, I hope you enjoyed this volume of Glory Days of Pro Wrestling, and join me in my successive volumes as I present only the very best in wrestling. Again, we're going to go across regions and across the continent, present only the very best in the glory days, the 70s and the early 80s. This is Willie J signing off. Have a good day.
Something. Trading blows now, blow for blow. Orndorff down with the upper hand. Whoa, big uppercut. And another.
So the place is going to trust him, the feet on our body.